Hi, I'm Vika Bren, an illusion body artist.
Hello, and welcome to Art, the podcast where we get up close and personal as we get to know women from around the world of visual arts. I'm Chris Stafford, and this is Season 2, Episode 49. My guest this week is the Russian-born illusion body artist Vika Bren. Vika says, "At the heart of my work is the fascinating interplay between reality and illusion. Each piece I create is a visual journey where things aren't always as they first appear. My illustrations and paintings often feature subjects that seem to shift, transform, or disappear depending on the viewer's perspective." Vika's talent has attracted millions of followers on social media, making her something of a rock star in the world of body art illusion. But her versatility as an artist is no surprise given her lifelong flair for creativity. Vika was born on New Year's Day 1989 in Moscow. She is the oldest of 5 children whose parents, Marina and Dmitry, were both architects and also talented artists. When Vika was still a toddler, the family moved from Russia to Israel, and from the age of 7 to 11, she had a private art teacher. After that, she said she has been completely self-taught. Once she left school, she tried her hand at graphic designing, but soon realized that this would not fulfill her artistically. During the COVID pandemic, Vika saw the opportunity to develop her artwork online, and even through 2 wars, she has managed to establish herself with a global reputation. Through the daily threat of rockets and background of sirens, Vika works in a converted garage, which has become her studio. She will be a visiting artist at Art Basel Miami Beach on December the 6th. Vika lives in Shavai Zion, Israel, with her partner, the musician Asaf, and 2 daughters, Yahel and Leah. Vika, welcome to the podcast. You really are a magician, aren't you?
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
It is really fascinating how you create the illusion so much with your hand, just your hand. How much of this hand painting do you do each day?
Sometimes I do 1 or 2 a day, but sometimes I it go by the week and I didn't do any art. There's weeks like that too.
Yeah, and it's something that clearly takes up quite a bit of time, and also the cleanup afterwards, right? Cleaning your hands and of all the paint afterwards.
Actually, the cleaning is super easy, just like few minutes or just a minute if I wash my hand. But if it's a full body paint or like my face, it's a bit messy.
You come up with so many ideas. Where do you get these ideas from, Vika?
Yeah, I always said that I don't have a problem with ideas because I have so many ideas. I can go and do it all my life and still I wouldn't finish all my ideas. And I don't know where it's sometimes just an inspiration from some other art or just something I usually think about in the shower.
You come up with these ideas and the color too. That's wonderful how you choose your colors, your color palette. Do you do any other kind of painting on canvas, like any other artwork?
Yes. I love painting on canvas in acrylic and in oil paintings. I also like paint in watercolors. I sculpture. I do many things.
You are a multi-talented woman, Vika. I'm so glad I discovered your artwork because it really is fascinating. And I'm excited to hear about your story because you're living in Israel now with your partner and your daughters. But you were born in Russia on January the 1st, 1989. So your mother timed that perfectly to have a new baby in the new year.
Yes, perfectly.
And this was in Moscow. So was it in the center of Moscow that you were born, in a hospital?
Actually, I don't really know because I moved to Israel when I was very little, like 1.5 years old. So I don't know much about it.
What was the reason for your family moving when you were a baby?
Well, my father is from Azerbaijan, from Baku, and they supposed to move there when they married, but there was war, like starting of the war, and so and in Russia, they opened the gates. They allowed people to go out of there because until then, there's no access to go out of Russia. So they took the opportunity and go and went to Israel. So yeah, that's the story.
Where was your mother from? Was she Russian?
Yes, but she lived in Uzbekistan, but they met in Moscow where they learned architecture. When architect, yes.
They are both architects, so and they're also talented at drawing, you told me. So this is really in the family genes.
Yes, I suppose.
So when did you start drawing then? I suppose as a small child, if they were drawing, you must have seen that, what the type of drawing they were doing. But I think most children do draw when they're small. But when did you think it became something that was going to be your favorite hobby?
Yeah, so I always draw, like since I remember myself. But when I was 7 years old, my grandma told me that she think I very talented and we should go like to private lessons. So I went to the private lessons and I really enjoyed it and did it for 11 years.
So you had a really good training then at the start, but you said you didn't have any formal education. What do you mean by that? Did you go, you went to school, did you, in Israel?
Yeah, but I didn't go to art school or something like that. I just go to a regular school and I did went to the private teacher.
And which part of Israel did your family move to?
Oh, it's north of Israel. It's Haifa.
And you're still in Haifa?
No, I went even more north. So now I'm like really north. It's Shavei Tzion. It's like a very small village, I think. You can say that.
And it's what we would call a moshav too.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is mostly agricultural, isn't it? Is that my correct understanding, that it's very agricultural?
Oh, yeah, yeah. A part of it, yeah.
But your husband, Asaf, is a musician and also teaches music. So where did you two meet then?
We just met at the dating app. So that's it, yeah.
So when you were a child then, you always were attracted to drawing. So that was something that obviously as a teenager you start to think about what you're going to do with your life. What were you interested in particularly? Was it architecture? Did that appeal to you at all?
No, I didn't find it very interesting. I saw what my parents did and I didn't like it so much, but I thought I will be a graphic designer, something like that, because I didn't thought that actually doing art, it will be sustainable and a career for me.
And so did you do the graphic designing then when you left school?
Yes, I tried it, but very quickly I understand that I will not going to do a graphic design. And then I started my own shop, physically and in internet, and I sell there my like designs on canvases, on rugs, on signs, but graphic designs, not my art.
How long did you have that shop for?
Like I think 4 or 3 years. Yeah, I think 4 years.
And then what happened? What did you decide to do after that then? Because obviously the art was more appealing than the graphic design.
Yeah, so it was very demanding. The shop, I work like nonstop, and I felt that's too much for me, and I want to do something else. And so I closed the shop, and I started to think maybe I will teach. I started to teach art, and then I really like to do a video. So I started to do videos, and then I started to do a YouTube channel, and then the TikTok, and so on.
Yeah, and you've really built an amazing social media following too, so that's been highly successful. I'm curious what else you did then, apart from drawing when you were younger, because you have a large family. You've got 4 siblings, so where do you fall in the family line? Are you the oldest, the youngest, or in the middle?
Yeah, the oldest.
You're the oldest of the 5. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And did you do other things with your siblings apart from your interest in the artwork? What else did you do growing up?
I think this is where my only interest. Like I like to dance, but besides that, I really like to draw, and I just draw all day.
So music then, was that something, did you learn to play an instrument when you were in school?
No, actually music, it's not. I did learn to dance a few years. Yeah.
In terms of then your parents' encouragement, what did they suggest? Because clearly they made a successful career and they were talented too in drawing, but how were they guiding you as to what you should do with your career, given the talents and given your grandmother was supporting you and encouraging you as a child?
Yeah, so they thought I will be like a designer, like graphic designer or web designer or something like that. But in the same time that they are not a pushy parent, so they let me decide what I should do. And yeah, but I think they are not imagine that I will be an artist, like a full-time artist.
And who were your creative influences then, Vika, when you were younger? Were you watching the work of other artists and being inspired by them?
Yeah, I watched there was DeviantArt in my time. It was just started, I think, and there are many artists there that I really liked. I don't remember their names. I'm really bad at names, but yeah, not someone specifically.
Did you go to art galleries and museums when you were growing up? Did your parents take you? to other towns?
Yes, yes. We have several museums here and in Tel Aviv, and so on. Now I love to go to the museums, especially in Tel Aviv. You have really good art.
Since you mentioned Tel Aviv, and obviously we're going through a very difficult time for your country, how much of the troubles are affecting you on a daily basis?
So I'm living like in north of the country. So here it's very bad. Like we have like several times a day sirens, and we hear all the noise of the rockets. So it's stressful, but it's been over a year. So unfortunately, we get used to everything as a human, I think. So yeah, I think my art was changing a little bit, and my preferences changed a little bit, but I think in a good way.
And of course, you must be worried as a parent for your daughters who are just 7 and 9, so they're very young. And do they go off to school every day?
So up until like 2 weeks or a week ago, they didn't, but now they do, but just for a little bit. They have a safe place there, so this is okay. But yeah, you're always worried when you're a parent.
Yes. Do you take them to school, Vika?
Yeah.
And you fetch them? Do you drive them or walk with them?
Yes.
And that, as you say, is very worrying when you have children and the whole family security, of course, and your home and everything. And what about the rest of your family? You know, your siblings and your parents, where are they?
They are near in Krayot. It's nearby, like half an hour, a drive and half an hour.
So does this restrict you traveling with obviously the threat of the rockets?
Yeah, a little bit. If it's not like really must thing, I don't go out. I usually in home.
And you have somewhere safe at home to hide if it got really bad?
Yeah.
But what about traveling outside of Israel now during this time? Is that limited?
Sometimes, I hope not soon, but sometimes it does, but sometimes it doesn't.
And where are you able to travel to? And I'm sure you want to take the girls too to travel to other countries. Where would you most like to go to if you were able to travel outside of Israel?
Well, soon I will go to United States in Miami for my exhibition, and it's my first time in the US, so I'm really excited about it. But I love Italy, I love Greece, and I hope soon we can go there too.
And when you come to Miami, will you come alone or bring some of the family with you?
So my partner is going with me.
Asaf, that's wonderful. And tell us the dates of that, because that's this month in December. That is your exhibition in Miami. What are the dates and what is the name of the venue, Vika?
Yeah, so it's on 6th of December. And it's called Atlanta Experience. And yeah, it will be in Miami in 8:00.
And how long will it be there for?
5 hours. And I will be painting on a model and doing a live painting, body painting experience. So it should be very interesting.
Yes, very, very interesting. And this is the first time for you in the US?
Yeah, it's the first time.
And is it easy to get a visa and, arrange travel now because of what's happening?
I think a little bit harder, but not too much. Not too much.
And so this is exhibition then. Is this the first of you traveling to do these exhibitions, Vika? Do you think this is the start of something new?
I did a few in here in Israel, but this is the first time an exhibition abroad.
And would you like to do more abroad?
Yeah, I think so, because I love to see, I always see the comments on my screen, but I can't see the faces that people do when they see my art. So it's really good chance to do that and see really in real life how people see my art.
Yes, absolutely. Well, you must get a lot of very interesting responses when you do this online.
Yeah.
What kind of things do you hear people say?
Oh, there were very various emotions, like from people very love my art, very excited about my art, and some of the people really disgusted with my art or really hating it, and that's okay. It's not for everybody.
In some ways it's different, in some ways it can be a little bit scary. When you do this, do you anticipate the responses that you get, that people are maybe frightened by it, or do you hope for that kind of response with so not all of it, of course, but some of it when you do the face particularly and the body?
No, I always surprised by how random the comments are. It's always surprising me. I never expected. But when I do something scary, I just want to do it because I want to see how it looks like, and not to do something scary. Just curiosity.
I'm wondering, when you were a child in school, what the kind of things your teachers would say about you. Do you remember?
Oh yeah, that I'm dreamy, very in my world, in my own world. I didn't participate in class. I was always daydreaming and thinking and not in the room.
And when did you think that you could give up with the shop and become an artist and do the body painting to the extent that you're doing it now? And important part of that of all, of course, is how you could make money.
Yeah, so I did that after my ugly divorce, and it was very low time for me, very hard. I had to find things that I can live with my two little girls and provide for them on my own. And it was very hard, but I thought that I have to do it. And if I want something, I should do it now. And it was very hard, but I decided that I need to go for it.
Have you ever thought about acting?
No, I do a little bit of acting and at my videos, but that's I discover really lately that I can act a little bit.
And would that be something you'd like to do more of?
Yes, it's very fun. I can do a take 100 times and still do it until it's right.
And how do you see yourself developing your art then? If you can act and you can do the body painting on any part of your body, how do you see that evolving? Where would you like it to go?
I have so many ideas. I don't know which way will actually goes, but I love to try painting with sand, like colorful sand, and try to sculpture more, do a painting on canvases, and maybe to mix it with my illusions. I guess I will try it and we'll see what works for me.
And now what about street art then, and street performing, I should say, with your art? Is this something that you could do, you would do?
Yeah, I'm really open to try things and see if I like it.
How do you make money out of it?
So I have a YouTube channel and I have like 2 million subscribers there almost. So I have a paycheck from there. And sometimes I do brand deals, usually on TikTok. So I get money from that. And also I do like paintings like in my studio and sell them. And now I launch my shop where I can sell my paintings there.
With so many different talents, Vika, I'm wondering if you have any secret talents that you haven't told us about yet that people would be surprised to find out about you.
Secret talents. No, I don't think so.
It's all out there, isn't it?
Yes, yeah.
Do you have other interests outside of your art and your family?
Yeah, I love very much nature, and I live nearby the sea, so I try to go every day to the sea on my bicycle. I love to ride on my bicycle. I love to dance. I try to dance as much as I can. And yeah, that's mostly.
We talked about travel, but I'm wondering if you ever got back to Russia, or would you want to go back to visit where you were born?
I did go visit there like 10 years ago, I think. And I didn't like it so much. I prefer some other places, but maybe I was just too young. Maybe I will try to travel there one more time and see if I change my mind.
Would you like to take your daughters?
Yeah, of course. They are never been abroad, so they are very exciting to do a trip abroad.
I'm sure, yes. But of course, it's a very, very different climate from Moscow to the north of Israel too. I mean, you're used to the sunshine now, Vika.
Yeah. I can stand cold weather.
Do you get the chance to teach your body art then? Is this something that you like to do, would do?
I think, yeah, in the future, I will absolutely try to do that.
And I'm sure that's something you could do online, and you could have people subscribe to you to have lessons online.
Not yet, but I want to do like a course and try it.
How long have you been doing this commercially online then? Because obviously we all had to deal with the pandemic, and that changed the way we were operating and creating our art and took us online more than ever. I'm just wondering if you were ahead of that, if you started commercializing it with your TikTok and YouTube channels before COVID.
Oh, no. In COVID, I had an idea that I will start a YouTube channel. So I did start it in COVID. And it really like took off after a year or year and a half. So it took time.
How do you feel about the commercial side of it and marketing yourself then? Because it would be very hard without social media to do what you're doing. I mean, social media has obviously created and established you as an artist globally now that you have, a following around the world. But without social media, it would have been very difficult, I would imagine.
Yeah, so I have really good opportunity, and especially with TikTok, I posted a couple of videos. I did a challenge that I decided to do 100 hand paintings, and on the 31 video that I posted on TikTok, it went viral like crazy, and in like a week or two I gained 1 million followers.
Oh my goodness.
It was crazy. And this video went to 130 million views. It was crazy. Yeah.
And that's what's made you famous. So you have social media to thank for everything, really.
Yeah, and I really excited to post on social media and like other platforms like YouTube. It's not really social media, but still give the audience the opportunity to judge and not other middlemen to judge if my art is good enough or not.
Yes, exactly. It does put you directly in touch with your audience. I'm wondering what your reaction is from your brothers and sisters. Some of them draw as well. What's their reaction to their older sister becoming famous with her art?
So I have 3 brothers and 1 sister, and they were shocked. Everyone was shocked, and me too.
But do you mind it, though? Do you mind the fame and, the notoriety, the success? How do you respond to that? I mean, is this something that, you feel good about, or do you still feel a bit shy about?
I don't feel famous at all because it's all behind the screen. I don't go outside and people like screaming at me or something like that. So I really don't feel.
They would never recognize you.
Yeah. So I'm behind my art, behind my hand. Maybe they will recognize my hand if I will.
Exactly. Well, it's really exciting where you are with this all. And I'm wondering what the girls say about it, your 2 daughters. Because they like to paint too. You were saying your youngest daughter likes to paint and do the body painting as well.
Yeah. They really love it, but I don't push them in any direction. I loved that my grandma pushed me to art, but it's only because I were nonstop drawing and painting. That's why. So if I will see that this is their direction, so totally I will push them if they want to.
And when you're doing this art, and doing the videos and the YouTube, do you have music playing? Do you like to have music accompanying you when you're working?
Sometimes yes, but sometimes I feel like it's distracting me and putting me in the mood that I don't want to. So mostly it's silence because I want to focus on the art.
Yeah, I'm sure that's the thing, isn't it? That's the balance when you're an artist, is whether you want that intrusion or whether you want the accompaniment of music or something else while you're working. And sometimes it's just silence that you need.
Yeah. Or really soft music that not changing my mood so much.
Because the mood, I guess, when you start to do this, the mood determines what you're going to be doing, right? What you choose to do.
Yeah. So it's very important that I will stay in that mood. So yeah.
And did you like to be alone, or can the family be watching while you're doing this?
Oh no, I have to be alone.
I was thinking that they would, because really it's a performance, isn't it? It's performative. It's not just visual art. It's performative art. It's like being a magician. Like I said, you're like a magician.
Yeah, and afterwards the editing, and it's definitely a mini show.
Can you imagine life without art, Vika, and what you would do if you were not doing this artwork?
Oh no, that's the only thing that I love to do. If it weren't for art, I don't even imagine what could I do.
And in terms of other people that are doing this, other people that might inspire you, other type of artists, not just doing illusional work, artist work, or body painting. Are there other women doing this? I haven't found that many women doing it like you do. So who inspires you out there that are being creative in a similar way to what you are?
So I have an artist that I really love. She's Diane Yoon, if I spell it right. Diane Yoon. So she is also a body art artist, and she has also an illusion art, and I really love her art.
Can you imagine maybe creating a book out of your body art?
Yeah, that's something I really want to do.
Yeah, I can imagine that would be fun to have. And then children, of course, would love those sort of picture books.
Yeah, I love books to read or to see other art. So yeah, definitely I would do that.
What do you enjoy reading?
I love self-help books, education books, entrepreneurial books, and sometimes like Alchemist. I love this book. It's more fiction book, but it's also, I think, in some way, it's a self-help book.
So one day you could be an author, an artistic author as well.
Yeah, maybe.
So when you look back at your career that you've had so far, Vika, what would you say were the most important milestones, the turning points, the pivotal points, and the people that have influenced you to take the direction that you have? Are there kind of milestones where you could say, well, that really made a difference to what I'm doing now?
Yeah, definitely. I think I started to watch other creators and artists that are doing what I want to do. I started to watch their YouTube channels and their daily life and what they do. And it really inspired me to do that too, because they shared how much they were paid, what they are working on, how are their life. And it was very inspiring to me, because I thought to myself, if they are doing it, there is no excuse for me to not doing it, and it's possible. So that was the moment that I thought, yeah, I will do it. I will do it full time.
Do you have a room in your house where you do it?
I have in the garden a little studio.
And do your neighbors know what you do?
Yeah, I think all of them knew, because they sometimes saw me go outside of my studio and I'm painted all in colors and scared them.
So I wonder what you do at Halloween then.
Oh, we don't have a Halloween here, but we have a Purim. So when it's a Purim, so I mostly do other like my family, my daughters, my mother. I paint on them.
So they're used to this then.
Yeah.
Something that you do with all of them. That's fun.
Yeah.
What kind of films do you like to watch? Do you like to watch horror films?
Only lately. Lately, I did watch horror films. I don't know if if it's good for me, because I have always had nightmares. Like almost every night, I have a nightmare. So I don't know if it's good for me.
Well, it probably gives you ideas as well, but it sounds like you have plenty of ideas every day.
Yeah, I think the horror movies don't give me ideas. I'm just scared. But I think my scary ideas are from my dad, because I remember when I was little that he painted all these big oil paintings, and I was really scared of them. There were like hands of Freddy Krueger and some other scary stuff.
Well, you certainly have created a lot of illusions with your artwork, Vika. It's fascinating, and I urge everybody to go and check out your social media on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Where else are you?
Yeah, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Snapchat, and Facebook.
Okay, you're making the most of all the social media. And yeah. Do you know collectively how many millions of followers you have on them all?
I think over 5 million.
It's fantastic. And of course, millions of likes, and long may that continue. And I'm sure you will carry on being so creative, Vika. And I wish you all the best. And of course, the very best of luck in Miami with that exhibition.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And I hope they listen to this podcast and then make sure they visit you if they're in the area.
Yeah, thank you.
Good luck with that. And thank you for taking time to come on the podcast, Vika, and share your story.
Yeah, sure. Thank you for having me.
There are links to all of Vika's social media on the show notes accompanying this episode, and you'll also find a link to our social media as well. You can leave us a comment or question there on Instagram, or you can drop us a line to hollowellstudios@gmail.com. As always, we'd love it if you would leave a review and 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts, because that increases our rankings and helps others find the show amongst millions of podcasts. And of course, we love it if you would share this with someone you think might enjoy the show too. I'll be back next week with the season finale, so I hope you'll join me then before we take a break for the holiday season and come back in 2025 with a brand new season and a new show logo, so look out for that too. My thanks again to my guest this week, Vika Bren, and to you for listening.